No,
So
we always do that.
we always do that. Deval, I'm telling you, man, this is 300. No, Deval, this is no
Yeah,
joke. 300. Just let's savor this moment.
350. 350.
350. What's going on, man? We are doing. We've done
350.
350,
But since
folks.
2018, yeah, since May 2018, that's a madness.
You know, we got this
That's a
email.
madness.
Just hey, let's share something with our listeners. We
Oh
got this
yeah, okay.
email. We got this email. We received this email. We get lots of emails in our inbox, and people they want to kind of partner up with us, and they want to
Yeah.
do kind of all this stuff with us, right? And Deval and I, we're just kind of we just do this in our spare time. So we get an email, and so one of the comments was like, "Oh, you guys have been like, you've gone 300 like odd episodes." We're in the top, apparently, Deval, we're in the top like 5% of
Mhm.
podcasts because no one gets to the
No
300.
one listens. Huh?
No one gets to the 300s.
Is it?
Deval,
Yeah.
we are,
Okay. I
I'm
didn't
not
know
even
that.
joking, Deval, bro, man, give yourself a
Yeah.
pat on the back. Come on, man.
Okay.
Come on, pat yourself on the back. 350 friggin' episodes, folks. You're listening to the
Got an itch as well.
Flixters.
While I'm doing it, just get this itch.
350 episodes, folks. You can catch us on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter, X,
X,
whatever you want to call it.
Facebook, TikTok as well now. We've got
Exactly.
TikTok.
You know what? A lot of people, they're tuning in to actually not download the show and listen to us on their podcast player. They're actually watching us, Devaldo. So,
Okay.
yeah, the people are watching us. Like
Visuals, yeah.
the visuals. They want to see our faces. They want to see what we look like and the funny things the shit that we come up with.
Happen, yeah.
Exactly. All right, let's get into episode 350, folks. So we've got
All right.
a kind of packed out show for you. We're going to be doing several movies. Stick around for the next 45, 50 minutes. Deval, take it away.
Yeah, we're going to do a shout out. First shout out, only shout out actually, goes to Ciel Noir 3. It was her birthday.
Oh, man.
Happy birthday to Ciel Noir 3.
Feliz cumpleaños, Ciel Noir.
No, I swear she speaks a bit of Spanish, isn't it? Or
Does,
she's learning.
Apparently she's learning it or something, yeah.
Yeah. What's it? Feliz what?
Feliz cumpleaños.
Okay, Feliz.
I love it. I love it when he does the Spanish.
Feliz. That's because I'm from the southern kind of area. We got that little relaxed tongue kind of.
Exactly.
We have our siestas and all that. We're the southern ones. You northern city people. You're northerners. But yeah, massive shout out to Ciel Noir 3. Go check her out on Instagram. She's a really great person. She's been on the show recently to review weapons. She's doing some great things at the moment. I know she's working on some stuff. We're going to get her back on the show at some point to talk about whatever else she's working on and to talk about another film that she's watched as well. So yeah, big shout out to her.
Brilliant shout out. Okay, let's get into movie news. Deval, there can be only one.
There can be only one. You're talking about the Highlander.
The
Highlander.
we go from Spanish. We got from Spanish to now Scottish.
What's his name? Something.
That's it. Conor McLeod.
Conor McLeod of Clan McLeod.
McLeod.
Yeah, the Highlander. Is that Scottish? That's not Scottish.
That is really.
Been the murder. That's Scottish. There's been the murder.
So Deval, tell us about
Yes.
our mate Henry, who's a friend of the show.
Mate.
Yeah, exactly. So tell us about Henry's, tell us about Highlander, and tell us about when we're going to see this movie.
Yeah, so Highlander, if anyone doesn't know, Highlander is about these immortal sort of incandescent, is that a word? Is that the right word though? No.
Yeah, we don't know where they are, who they are.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, okay, use the right word. Thank you, teacher. So they're underground, they're immortal, they hunt other people to kill, and they actually hunt each other because they can be only one. They're sort of a group of people where it's like the strongest survives, survival of the strongest.
And it's the quickening. They want the quickening.
The quickening is a power that gives them that immortality and that strength. And Henry Cavill is going to be playing the Highlander in the recent up-to-date version of the Highlander. The original ones came out, was it the 80s, I think? 80s or 90s, ages ago. And so he's been filming it. Henry Cavill's a really strong guy, Superman. He does his own stunts and stuff like that. He's worked with Tom Cruise, so I'm sure that rubbed off against him as well. But recently, while he's been filming, he actually got injured.
Oh, gosh.
If it's possible. I know Superman doesn't really get injured, but there was a bit of green laying around, so he was a bit weak on the day. And he got injured. We're not actually sure what the nature of the injury was, how severe it is, but it's an injury nonetheless that that caused filming to stop. So the director,
it must be big. It's got to be a big one then.
It is. The director Chad Stahelski, who we know from John Wick and other action films like that, has said, shut down filming. Will carry on next year, 2026. Hopefully that means January, but there must have been a bad injury.
Yeah, I'm looking forward, man. I remember watching the original Highlander movie. It was a French guy trying to play a Scottish guy, Christopher Lambert.
Is he French?
He's actually French.
I didn't know he was French. That's Raiden, isn't it? Raiden. He was Raiden from the first Mortal Kombat.
And he was. Remember the Tarzan movie from back in the day? That was him.
Is it
Tarzan, the Legend of Greystoke, or something like that? And it had Sean Connery in it as well. He played Spanish. He played a Spanish kind of guy in there. So interesting stuff about it. Now, remind our listeners, Henry Cavill, he's already done The Witcher, so he's kind of in that sword and sorcery type of a. So he's got the kind of the nous to do it. But I'm looking forward to see what happens and what they make of this one.
Yeah, me too. Should be good.
Yeah. All right, let's get into mergers for a moment. Deval, Paramount, you know what? They've got some. All right, let's rank in them. We've got Netflix, we've got Disney, we've got Amazon, and then we've got, Apple Plus I want to put in there somewhere as well now. But then we need to add in Paramount somewhere in that mix. They've got some, they're growing. They're not as obviously big as Netflix, but they're growing. They've got some decent stuff out there. Yeah. Some things. But they're talking about merging with another big company.
Yeah, not even acquiring. They want to gobble up. So they've recently had a bit of a merger themselves, actually, with Paramount and Skydance. So we see Skydance coming under a lot of, the Mission Impossible films and stuff like that.
Big.
Paramount have merged with them, so they've become stronger. And then now Paramount, Skydance, they want to acquire, they want to buy out a massive company.
This is huge.
A massive company called Warner Brothers Discovery,
who
themselves had a merger a while ago. And we're talking about, Warner Brothers, which means also DC. Don't forget. So they want to buy them out and be one massive company that has all that IP. And can you imagine if that happens, what their platform is going to look like? Because that will also encapsulate HBO Max and stuff like that as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
watch this space, folks, because man, you get like people, they call them cord cutters. So basically, cutting the cord with normal traditional TV. But you know what, Deval? If you're paying for Netflix, you're paying for Amazon, you're paying for Disney, you're paying for man, I'm telling you, man, it's expensive. It adds up. And what makes it worse is the bastards, they barely stop doing the whole sharing thing. They catch you.
Oh my gosh. I had Netflix. I haven't anymore.
I know.
And now I'm on crutches. I can't do anything. I can't go to my brother's and refresh the password and come home. So now I've got no Netflix.
Trust me, man. Listen, look, we'll keep you posted on this one. Let's see what happens, and what does it mean? New content, or does it what is it? Because they have a massive back catalogue, man.
Yeah, you got Star Treks, you got your DC stuff, you got all your Dune, all that will come under it. So it's what else is Warner Brothers? Is the Matrix? No, it's not.
Maybe I think it is.
Isn't it?
Matrix,
yeah, it is. Yeah. So there's a lot. And imagine their platform now that may change the rankings. That could be Netflix, could be then Amazon, and then it could be this one,
Paramount,
whatever
they call it. Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see, man. But
interesting
for sure.
The big one for Amazon is because they obviously gobbled up James Bond. That's going to be a big one.
Yeah. Massive.
MGM.
Yeah.
All right, okay, let's move on. Okay, I want to speak to you about this. I'm so glad you put this up on our show notes, Deval. Alien Earth. And you know what? This, like I said before, I've had some great moments watching the show, but there's some things which are so annoying as well. And this episode, it almost got to the point where I was like, okay, now I want to get to the bit now. I want to get to the bit. Push me. Like, I'm getting bored of seeing some of these characters, Deval, and I just want to get there. I know there's a great show in there. Show me it.
Teacher, when I saw Alien Earth, the first trailer and stuff like that, I thought, you know, oh, this looks interesting. Alien Earth, we've not really seen Alien on Earth before. The first episode, I thought, oh, interesting. Got the sort of the 1979 feel, vibe of the ship, the crew. And then from there, it's gone down, 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 down. It just keeps going down. This last episode was so effing stupid.
I was annoyed.
The characters, if you've seen, it was episode 5 or 6 we're on?
6, I think. 6.
6. It's so stupid. These characters make stupid decisions.
Why did he go in there? Well, Deval, like, this is supposed to be a highly intelligent synth. And, you know, he's like, oh, let me put the food there. Let me put the tray there. And, oh, he got locked in. And I was like, oh.
Even his reaction when the creature landed in his arm, he's like, he's so, I mean, it's so.
What happened to the super strength?
I know they're meant to be kids. They're meant to be, but still, a kid would even be more scared. He was just like,
this kid would be screaming or trying to do something, and like, you know,
so stupid. Everyone makes stupid decisions. Even the what's his name, the owner of the company, of the Maginot, whatever it is, the owner, the guy with the curly hair that's meant to be the intelligent,
the genius. Oh, he's a genius.
Gets on my nerves.
Oh,
everyone,
genius,
the only person doesn't get on my nerves. The only person is what's his name?
Is Morrow.
Oh, he's the only person who seems normal in an alien world. Yeah, yes. He just seems normal. He seems like he fits into the alien. Every single other person is not needed, and imagine someone saying that. Imagine me saying that. Yeah, every other character in this is useless and stupid. Imagine that. So you got one character out of what, 20, 25?
There's a scene in this, right? There's a scene in this where him, Morrow, and Timothy Oliphant's character, the one with the blonde hair, the other robot.
Well.
I know. You know, I'm so glad.
He looks stupid all the time.
He makes that face. He starts turning like as if he's on the toilet, and he's like, he just laid a turd, and I'm like, what's he thinking about?
Gosh.
And then it ends on this whole cliffhanger thing where obviously the guy the Arush character, he's so annoying. I want him to be eaten. And I'm like, oh, gosh. So listen, I think, Deval, how many episodes have we got left?
2 more, I think. It's 8 altogether. So
I want to be on episode 8.
Wait for it to be over. Yeah, me too. I'm done. I'm over it.
Seriously, they're going to have to turn this around. Like, they got 2 episode turns around. So listen, look, folks, go check it out. If you see
a waste of good IP.
Money.
Good IP.
Yes, I know. And a great director as well.
I think for me, this is messed up his credibility.
Noah Hawley, man.
Yeah. Messed up his credibility, man.
Because he did Fargo. He did Legion.
Messed up for me, man.
All right, now let's move on to another big show. This is a big show for HBO Max. This is Peacemaker season 2. Now I've seen the first episode. I've missed a couple of episodes. So Deval, you fill in the gaps for me. Where are we on Peacemaker's journey? I know he's gone into another dimension, another universe, or another alternate reality, or whatever.
That's exactly what's happened with this one. And in this one, this actually leads on to a film I'm going to talk about really quickly in our hidden gem about different dimensions and what you do when you go from one dimension to the next, and if it's the same or not. So in this season 2 of Peacemaker, in his original dimension, it's a shit show. Things aren't going well. Yeah. Things are not going well, which has led him inadvertently to go to this other dimension, and where things are different. He's loved. The relationships, his brother's still alive,
with his dad.
things are different. So then he goes there and he's messing around now.
Oh,
He's messing around where he shouldn't be. Where he shouldn't be.
now, have
Yeah.
they explained? Have they explained why? Why does his house have that thing? That
I
whole
think it was the dad. I think the dad had in
created.
season 1. Yeah, from season 1. I think was it the dad? I think
Yeah, it
so.
was the
Yeah,
White Wolf, the White Wolf or
yeah. So
whatever.
it's there from season 1. This wasn't really explored as much, but in season 2, so it's basically opening the door and you sort of go into it,
To
and it's
another
like
dimension.
the Doctor Who
The
TARDIS, where
TARDIS is bigger on the
door,
inside.
yeah, you go inside, there's a whole big room sort of thing, and yeah. So all I can say is when you go to this other dimension, you are still you. You have your own memories, but now you're there, and everyone thinks you're that dimension's version of
Right.
you, but you
Okay.
don't have their memories and their knowledge, so it's a bit tricky for him to just blend in. So
Because he fights himself and he
he
kills
fights
him.
himself. Exactly, suicide.
Yeah.
He kills himself and assumes his identity. So we
Yeah.
go there and we see Rick Flag. Is that the one?
Yeah. Rick Flag.
The one, this Junior. So the one that actually died in the Suicide Squad.
Oh, he's back.
So he's there. Yes, he's back. He didn't die in that dimension.
Wicked.
So all
I
these
gotta
things
watch it.
are unchanged. So yeah, it's interesting. So it's worth a watch. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's on
go
HBO
check it out.
Max.
That's HBO Max. Yeah, there's something decent on there. All right, okay, let's do trailers. Now, this one is promising. I mean, there's hype around this already. People are already saying that this is the best one out of the franchise, Devaldo. And I'm
Okay.
like, well, how? Okay, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, this is called Wake Up Dead Man. And it's interestingly, they've gone with the subtitle before they've gone with the...
Yeah.
Do you remember? Do you remember what it was? It was called Knives Out, and then it was called Knives Out, a Glass Onion, and now they've gone Wake Up, Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. So this is bringing back Benoit Blanc. We've got Jeremy Renner. We've got Thanos is in it as well.
Yeah, Josh Brolin.
Yeah, Josh Brolin's in it. Yeah, go on.
Harry Washington as well is in it. We've got Glenn Close, Mila Kunis is in it. We've got a few people,
Huge star cast. So Benoit's doing Benoit, but solving another mystery.
Solving another mystery in his southern accent. He is much obliged to speak in his southern accent and solve mysteries as he looks very suave in his suit.
There isn't an accent. There isn't an accent that Deval can't do.
There is.
Seriously, there isn't an accent that Deval. I'm most impressed all the time. So, Deval, what are we looking like in terms of release date? Is this a Christmas thing?
This one is. I think it's going to be a limited release first in the cinema, like what happened before, and then it's going to be a Netflix release Christmas. So I think originally it's going to be in the cinemas November the 26th, and then it's going to be on Netflix December the 12th.
All right, so this is going to be a Christmas movie. Go check it out. If you've seen the first two movies, you're obviously going to want to watch the third one to see it all out. Now, I wonder then, will there be any spin-offs?
This is the third one. I hope it's the final one, but you're right. There could be spin-offs of other characters, possibly. Because remember, there was a time when he was on a Zoom call with different people.
Yes.
One of those people might want to carry on. You never know.
Well, one of them does. You know the one from Russian Doll? Do you remember that Russian doll?
Yes, Natalie. What's her name? Yeah.
She does
American
have
Pie. Yeah,
the American Pie. She does have her own show, and that was executive produced by Ryan Johnson.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. All right. Okay, go check it out. Now this next one, The Rip. Deval, tell us about The Rip.
This one's interesting.
Do you let it rip?
We let it rip, mate. This one is Matt Damon and his best friend.
Oh gosh, yeah. Ben
Affleck.
Yes.
Matt Damon's best. Exactly. So this one's about two. Are they cops? Yeah, they're cops. Two cops.
They corrupt?
So a group of Miami cops discover a stash of cash. And so leading to distrust as outsiders learn about the huge seizure, making them question who to rely on. So I think, this is about corruption. This is about what you do with, with money that you find. This is inspired by true events. So this is something that's happened before. I'm not sure if it was in Miami, but it's happened before. In the trailer, they find hundreds of thousands of pounds or dollars, I should say, but we're not sure what they're going to turn in. This one looks like it could be an interesting film. It does look interesting. The cast
Mm.
is good. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Kyle Chandler, Scott Adkins, who does his own stunts, action
British guy.
guy. Yeah, British guy, kung fu, karate, all that sort of thing. Tiana Taylor.
Kyle Chandler, her daughter is the one from Alien Earth.
Alien, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And we've got Tiana Taylor, who's making waves. She's in a lot of stuff recently. Stephen Yeun is in this
Good cast
as well. Yeah, so a few other people as well. But yeah, this cast looks interesting. And this looks like it could be an interesting film, to be
Yeah,
honest. So
I like the director Joe Carnahan. He's directed. I remember he's done like Narc. He did Boss Level. It was a sci-fi
oh yes,
comedy
yeah.
with Rick Flag's dad.
Mm. Yeah, the Italian.
Crossbones.
I can't remember his name, but yeah, that guy. Yeah,
That was good. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm looking forward to this.
This is
I
good.
want to watch this.
This is coming out in it's January, so after Christmas, it's expected. That's what they say.
Great.
So.
All right, go check it out. That's called The Rip. Now, this next one, Dust Bunny, Devour. I'm getting horror vibes. Am I right?
No. Right. No. This is more. When I thought a title like Dust Bunny, I'm thinking flipping OnlyFans or something. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, do you know what I mean? Bunny kind of. I don't know, but Dust Bunny is a fantasy drama, stroke horror, stroke thriller. It's a lot of things. It stars. Let me start with where it stars. It stars Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, great.
Sigourney Weaver, David Dashmanchian.
Oh, he's in everything. Yeah.
In everything. And this one is about an 8-year-old girl who asks her scheming neighbor for help in killing the monster under her bed that she thinks ate her family. Now that description sounds a bit crazy, but when you see the trailer, it's like you don't know, like this monster. It's a bit of a fantasy kind of. It's a weird one. It kind of reminds me of like Sucker Punch and those kind of weird films where things are really fantastical. Like people are acting serious, but then you think, is this really happening? It's just a bit of a madness, but it's very elaborate, very colorful. There's like mad karate happening in between it. Like I say, it's a bit like Sucker Punch. It's a bit mad, but it is what it is. And this looks like an interesting film. Dust Bunny. It's a crazy title, which is a crazy film as well.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Mads, he's usually good in things that he does.
Everything people say, and this is he was supposed to be Doctor Doom. You know that.
Oh, he would be a good Doctor Doom.
He would have been the best Doctor Doom.
Seriously?
Best Doctor Doom. Yeah, he actually auditioned for 2015's Fantastic Four. He didn't get Doctor Doom, and they said, "Oh, why don't you be Reed Richards instead?" He was like, "Nah, mate, that's not me." So he even knows what he should be playing rather than just taking the role for the money. He knows Doctor Doom should have been him. I reckon he would have made it. Robert Downey Jr. is good at what he's done and does, but Mads Mikkelsen would have been a good Doctor Doom.
He's great. Caecilius, he would have been really, really good. All right, okay, let's move on to this next one. So tell us about this one.
Whistle.
Tell us about Whistle, Deval. I'm just typing
Whistle
it up and
is
having a look.
a horror film that stars Daphne Keane, X-23. Also stars Nick Frost from Shaun of the Dead and all that sort of thing. Hot Fuzz, British guy. And this is a horror film about a misfit group of unwitting high school students who stumble across a cursed object, which looks a bit like something sort of artifact idol that you put on some sort of shrine that curses people. And the object is an ancient Aztec death whistle.
Oh.
They discover that blowing the whistle is a wrong idea.
Oh, shit.
And the sound that it emits will summon their future deaths to haunt them. So if you blow it, you got some creepy thing coming to get you, basically. Yeah, this film is produced by the same producers as Longlegs, The Nun, and horrors like that. So you kind of know you're in good company.
The guy. I'm just reading this now. The guy Corin Hardy, the director, he directed The Nun.
Yeah, and then Longlegs as well, that are producers as well. So yeah, this one Yeah, this person also directed some episodes of Gangs of London. Okay, I didn't know
Okay.
that.
So what? British guy? Is he
I think maybe,
British?
possibly, yeah. Colin Hardy, he might be. Sounds like a bit of a British guy, Colin Hardy, Lauren and
Yeah.
Hardy, Tom Hardy. All right, all right, mate. All right, mate. That's how
Oh
they think
shit!
we walk
Yeah,
in
he's
England,
walking
isn't it?
down with his shoulder
All right,
coming out
mate.
as well.
You're Hardy. You got the
Um,
Hardy family. Yeah, all
all
Hardy.
right,
All
all
hard.
right, all
All
right.
hard
You're odd.
nuts.
You're odd. Yeah, all
Mm-hmm.
right. Deval, yeah, go check those trailers out. A lot to have a look at. If you do see any of them,
Mm-hmm.
tag the Flixters at us, and we will appreciate it, and we can speak about it on next week's show. Let us know what you think. Let's do anniversary corner, Devaldo. Let's bring one back from 1990.
Way
Denzel
before my
Washington.
time. Way before my time.
Not before my 35 years. So 1990, Mo Better Blues, Duval. Mo
Mo
Better
Better Blues.
Blues.
Mo Better
Denzel,
Blues.
it just makes me think now, man. Denzel he's been making waves since.
You know what? You said his name properly. He was doing an interview the other day, and he said everyone's been saying his name wrong. His name isn't Denzel.
Everyone said exactly.
You
Everyone
said his
said
name right, Denzel. That's how you say his
Denzel.
name. He said because his dad's name is Denzel.
Yeah.
They're both Denzels, isn't it?
So
So the mum said, I'm going to call you Denzel so that you know who I'm calling when I'm shouting. If I'm saying Denzel, it's the dad. If it's Denzel, it's you.
Check it out. And his son is John David.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Interesting.
He gave him two names, no confusion.
Exactly. So I mean, look, man. Oscar winner. He's won for best actor, best supporting actor. He's directed. He's done action movies. He's done the dramatic stuff. He's even played a British. He even played a British guy. I remember this movie from the 80s called For Queen and Country. He plays a soldier coming back from the Falklands War.
Denzel, yeah.
Denzel does a Cockney accent, mate.
Serious?
It's a bit wobbly in a few places, but you know what? I love that movie. Yeah. So I mean, he's teamed up with obviously
Spike Lee. This was the first team up, actually.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah.
So I mean, Deval. I mean, what can we say about this one? This is one of those classics where you got to watch.
This is Spike Lee is earliest. This is written and directed by Spike Lee. So about a jazz trumpeter called Bleak Gillingham, who makes questionable decisions in his professional and romantic life. A lot of people say musicians in general, especially jazz and stuff, they're like, they're really lovey. If you know what I mean,
touchy-feely.
They're very lovey, exactly, lovey. You know what I mean? So I think, I did a bit. I'll be honest, I don't remember seeing this film. I probably saw it, but then it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
But this is the sort of film that I think will take you back to Spike Lee at his best, and I say that with respect in what I've seen recently. But and the thing is, I met Spike Lee. I met him in Paris at an airport last year. Yeah, last year. When we were going to Zanzibar, and we went the long route, so we went through Paris.
Yeah.
At the airport, we're going through. I first saw him on the train that takes you between terminals.
Yeah.
Didn't say anything to him. Leave him be in his peace.
Yeah.
And then as we were going through the security, he went through first, and he was waiting for his people. And I went through and went, "Oh, nice to meet you. Love your work," and shook his hand, and then went on my way. So I actually met him in real life. Yeah, nice guy.
And that's the way. Like you have a moment, and you just
keep
kind of
moving.
Keep it moving. That's it.
But this film, this just to quickly wrap up this film. This film, like I say, 1990, long time ago, early work from Spike Lee, Denzel Washington, Spike Lee's in it as well. Actually, Wesley Snipes, Giancarlo Esposito.
Wow.
Yeah, John Turturro.
He works with
him.
in
this as well, and also Nicholas Turturro. Both brothers are in this. Samuel L. Yeah, these are a lot of these actors' early lives that he was working. So it goes to show he was working with these big actors when they were early and not so well known. Do you know what I mean? So so this is worth watching. Go watch this.
Yeah, it's good. And that link up. That links up. The reason why that's on our list is because it obviously links into one of the main movies that we're going to be speaking about. So they're back again. They've they teamed up. They've done obviously Mo Better Blues. They've done Inside Man. And maybe I'm pretty sure
Malcolm
that I'm
X.
missing one. Malcolm, obviously, shit. How could I forget it? Malcolm X. And now we're here in 2025 with Highest to Lowest, and it's kind of still keeping it in the music industry, but Denzel's kind of like he's on a different path in this movie, Devaldo. So what I want you to do is to break it down for our audience members. Let us know what the setup is and give us your take.
So this is set in modern time in New York. So Denzel Washington is a music mogul who's been in the music industry for years and has been really successful. He's a producer, all that sort of thing, lots of Grammys, all that sort of thing. He's got a wife and a son, 17-year-old son. And basically, long and short is that his son is kidnapped for a ransom. And the person that kidnaps him is A$AP Rocky. And he's in this, Rihanna's fella, he's in this, kidnaps him and wants a ransom. And to the movie is about trying to get his son back from the kidnappers. Obviously, at first, I don't know who kidnaps him and why, but the ransom is $17.5 million, to be specific,
That is specific.
in $1,000 bills, like 1,000 Swiss franc bills. And the reason why he does that is because those denominations are like 1,000, Swiss franc bills are big denominations, and it's enough that you can put into a small bag and carry. Because $17.5 million in, dollars, and the biggest is a $100 bill. It'll be way too much. So he's smart, as in that he knows what to ask for and how to ask for it. So the film's about basically Denzel Washington and his wife, and also the Watchers in this. Uatu, the Watchers in this. What's his name again?
Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey Wright. Yeah, Jeffrey Wright's in this. He plays Denzel Washington's driver,
Commissioner Gordon.
Commissioner Gordon. So he's in this to sort of give support. Actually, first of all, the wrong son gets kidnapped. So Jeffrey Wright's son gets kidnapped. No, sorry. So I made a mistake. Denzel Washington's son gets kidnapped, and then gets released, and then they take Jeffrey Wright's son.
So
he made a mistake. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one, but he takes Jeffrey Wright's son, and he still wants the ransom.
Right. Okay.
So they work with the police. Obviously, want to give him the ransom and all that sort of thing. And so the film is mainly about getting his son back, and whether he pays the ransom or not. At first, he doesn't want to pay the ransom because it's not his son, because he gets his son back. Gets his son back because what happened was both their sons are the same age, and then Denzel Washington's son usually wears a headband. So when he kidnapped both of the boys, I believe, and because Denzel Washington's son gave his headband to Jeffrey Wright's son, the kidnapper thought the one without the headband isn't Denzel Washington's son, so he gave him back.
Sure.
And Denzel Washington's thank God. But then the guy still got the other son, but then he still wants the money. And Denzel Washington's at first like, well, it's not my son, is it?
But how do they know each other? How do Jeffrey Wright?
They play basketball together. They play basketball. Okay. How does Jeffrey Wright know Denzel Washington?
Yeah.
Well, he's just his driver. He's been his driver for years.
Right. Okay. So, gotcha.
Yeah, I think they grew up in the same area or something like that. But So long story short is that they obviously fight to get the son back. And are you going to watch this film, by the way?
Yes, I do.
Watch it.
Okay. No, don't worry. Spoil it. Don't worry. Spoil it.
So A$AP Rocky's got the son. He basically, the reason why he kidnapped the son is because he's got. Yeah, he basically wanted. He's always loved music. Always looked up to Denzel Washington. Never got a shout out. Never got a chance to work on his label. Got rejected and stuff like that. And he's using this as his way to get money and to be basically, make music. And he feels rejected by Denzel Washington for never giving him a chance. And so they find out who it is. They go and get the money. They, deal with A$AP Rocky, bang him up. Bob's your uncle. This film, the title "Highest to Lowest" is actually very interesting.
Yeah.
Doesn't make much sense when you watch the film, to be honest, until you watch the
Highest
film and
to
realize
lowest.
this is probably one of the lowest ranking films of Spike Lee.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's sad to say, but
Yeah.
this film
Mate, it
is just
happens.
it's just over 2 hours, and I tell you,
So it's not a grip. It's not like for me, like I loved
yeah,
Inside Man. You know, the kind of
no,
the thriller, the kind of the
no,
high stakes and low stakes and whatever. So none of that.
none of that. None of that Black Klansman, none of
Yeah.
that Do the Right Thing, none of that, nothing. Not even the recent stuff. I mean, this film, even the music in this film, the music
Mm.
didn't really fit. The music was more fitting for like a 90s film or something. It
Oh
seemed very old.
right.
Something wasn't fitting with the
Yeah.
music. The music itself was good in itself, but not for this film.
Yeah.
The film yeah, the film, I didn't like it,
Something is missing. Now, was it to do
Yeah,
with the story? Was it the
everything. The pace, some of the acting actually, especially from the wife, was a bit
annoying?
yeah, kind of thing, and just you can just even Denzel just this film could have been cut to an hour and a half. It was 40 minutes too long.
Is it?
Certain scene that the police knocked the door, they had to run from upstairs, run down the windy stairs, run and answer the door. It's like there were certain scenes where it's just like we saw things we didn't need to see. We didn't need to see certain things. It was just long, extra, which goes to show sometimes when the director has a lot of power and influence, no one can say no to the cut. I don't know. I'm speaking out loud, but sometimes you've got to cut that shit down. This film could have been 90 minutes, good 95 minutes. Shorten it up. Too
Matt,
long.
what's going
Yeah,
on?
too long. So for me, do you know what? If you missed this film, you ain't missed much. That's all I'm saying.
Um,
Mm.
it was on my list, and now it's kind of going
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
lower down
Don't
my
worry about it.
list.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. Sorry, man. Don't worry about
No,
it.
you
Don't
know,
worry
that's
about it.
fine, fine, it's
Mm.
fine, it's fine.
We've got to be honest
Um,
in here. We've got to be honest in here.
of course,
We like Spike
we
Lee,
got
but
to.
not everything someone does is going to be good. So yeah, don't worry
I
about
know,
it.
and that is the thing.
Mm.
Recently Denzel. I mean, are we gonna see Denzel from?
He's
Are
meant to
we
be in
getting?
Black Panther.
Well,
It's meant
oh
to be in Black
shit!
Panther.
There
Yeah.
you
In
go.
this film, they actually mock that a little. Not mock it, but they give it a nod because when he actually does something good in the film, all these flyers go up in social media saying that Denzel is the Black Panther of the Bronx. And I thought, ooh, they're making a little nod to what we have heard about Denzel being in Black Panther 3.
Look, a
Yeah.
bit of a
So
nod over there. All right, okay, so folks, go check that out. You can check it out on Apple Plus. Now it's been out in cinemas, right? Is it out on cinema or is
no,
it?
no, no.
It's
Apple,
off
Apple.
cinema now.
Didn't come out. I think it came out in cinema, maybe in America for a little while, but not here, not in the UK.
All right, okay. So the only place that you're going to be able to watch this movie is on
Yeah.
Apple TV Plus. So
Yes.
go check it out. Now, listen, I want to speak about this, or Deval and I want to speak about this next movie. This is a horror movie, and you know what, Deval? This is one of those types of movies where we don't. There isn't. I never heard of this movie before. We got the chance to watch this movie. So one of the great things about doing this podcast is we get sent screeners. We get sent kind of review films to review, and I love that. And some movies we watch. Deval, the amount of times that I've asked for some movies to review, and you know what, I watch them and I'm like, I don't want to, like, I'm just not going to review it. But this one, I thought, you know what, I'm going to watch it, and we're going to put it on today's show. So this is called The Man in the White Van. It's 1970s Florida, United States of America. And when I think of Florida, Deval, I think like, bikinis. I think of, the beach. I think of kind of hot weather and stuff. But this movie takes a bit of a dark turn based on a true story, based on some murders, some serial killings that happened in the 1970s in Florida. Which involved a man in a white van. And you know what, right? Interesting, Devaldo. I thought Deborah Ann Waller, is it Deborah Ann Waller? She's,
From Daredevil.
from
Then
Daredevil. I thought,
yeah,
she's going to be in this movie.
yeah,
She's in it literally for about 4 minutes.
yeah. I didn't even recognize her at first. I saw her in the credits, and I was like, "Huh?" I had to rewind it and then realize it was her.
It was her. So what I like about this is the movie, it kind of it flips from early 1970s to
Mm.
1975. So what the director's chosen to do is kind of flip between this point in 1975 and then all the things that lead up to this point. And the things that lead up to this point is this man in a white van who is a serial killer, who is hunting, stalking, and eventually tracking and then capturing and doing all sorts of nasty stuff to these women. And it starts from 1970, 1971, 19, so we flip back and forth between these things, right? And you know, one thing that I like, Deval, we do not get to see
His face.
we don't get to see his face. It could be some you know what? And that's what fear is, right, Deval? It's the thing that we don't see coming.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, you're just kind of you're in your car, you're at home and blah, 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 and boom, something bad happens. So, I mean, the people who are in it, I've never even heard of these people, Deval. I don't even know who these people are, apart from one or two.
You have, you know, well, Madison Wolfe, she's actually in a good film called I Kill Giants. That's the main girl.
You know,
She was
Deval,
in
also, she was in The Conjuring Part 2.
Conjuring 2, exactly.
Which I don't even remember.
Yeah, me too. I don't remember her in that, but she must have been younger. It was like a few years ago. But she was in it. Also, the older sister in this film, Breck Bassinger.
Yeah.
Is she in relation to Kim Bassinger?
I thought that as well. I couldn't see anything.
But she was in the recent Final Destination Bloodlines. She was also Stargirl, and she was in Titans.
I watched Stargirl season 1, actually.
That's her, yeah. So
yeah, Sean Astin from obviously The Goonies and Lord of the Rings, and Ali Larter. So you're speaking about Final Destination. There's a kind of Final Destination link over there. So and you know what? I liked, obviously, when you go into these movies, Deval, not knowing much about it, you want to kind of be entertained. And you know what? I was you know, I like the fact that we don't get to see this kind of serial killer. I like the fact that there's this white van. It's creepy. I like the whole 1970s aesthetics, you know, the way that they played around with the colors, you know, the kind of the bleached out looks, and the costume design I thought was really, really good. The language, the way that the people spoke, you know, in the 1970s, I thought that was really good. And remember, 1970s and 1980s, it was kind of like a really creepy period in that whole serial killer, you know, in the pantheon of serial killers. Developed this guy, and it's based on a guy called Billy Mansfield Jr., who was a serial killer in Florida. And this guy, Deval, he was nasty piece of work. This Billy Mansfield Jr., a real serial killer.
Yeah, that was his MO, isn't it? Back in those days, DNA and things like that, CCTV, all these things that we, you know, lean on now wasn't really there. So people could take advantage of that, and people were more trusting back in those days as well. They'll take a lift and be walking around and not really, you know, look at their surroundings and stuff like that. So these evil people were able to prey on many people without, you know, any repercussions until maybe eventually when they got caught.
And look, there's a couple of scenes in there where, like, you just kind of, they show us that how easy it is for people to be to be preyed upon. Like, you know, girl just walking alone and be tapped on the shoulder, and next thing you know, it dumped in a van. You know, a door opens, get bundled into a house, and then you know all this kind of, you know, stuff happens. So, you know, it did build up the tension. The only misgiving that I had with the movie, I thought it was really good. I thought Madison Wolfe, the one who you mentioned was in I Kill Giants, I thought she was really good. I thought she acted really, really well. The only thing that did it for me was the ending. There was a moment a bit where I thought maybe the director didn't know how to maybe end this thing, and then they kind of there was kind of some silly things that happened. The girls, the two sisters, they make some really stupid, you know, decisions.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. That's the only thing that made it weak for me. It didn't really stick the landing, because the rest of the film was okay. But overall, I mean, this film was made in 2023.
I know.
And it's taken years to come out. Sean Astin and Ali Larter executive produced this film. This film took a long time to actually get distributed, and it's been really tough work to get it to this stage. Because even now, it's not been released yet properly, you know.
No, this is coming out on the 29th of September on digital,
exactly,
and on DVD. So, I mean, I suppose probably if you're thinking about a movie to watch on DVD and you're thinking, oh, hey, like, if you love your 70s kind of movies, this is, will be interesting for you. And if you like your movies, there are better serial killing movies out there because we don't see this is unique in the sense that we see kind of how he preys on the women and everything, but we don't get a backstory about who he was, what he, how he became this kind of serial killer. And interestingly, Devaldo, I'm not going to give the ending away. There's a nice little kind of post-credit scene that they add in as well. Which kind of links back to the Billy Mansfield story, which I thought was interesting. And then we kind of see this kind of repetition of, the violence against women and kind of, the things happen. I think it's quite kind of relevant to today as well.
Definitely. In this crazy world we live in, mate, it's crazy.
Yeah, go check out the trailer, and if you really, really want to watch it, I would say, go watch it. It's decent. It's not bad. I mean, what rating have we got on IMDb?
On IMDb, it's rated at 5.4 out of 10, which only
I'd have probably given it a bit more.
Views. Yeah, probably a 6.5.
Yeah,
somewhere around there. I think another clean score, I reckon.
Yeah, absolutely. Go check that one out. That's called The Man in the White Van. Now, I want to briefly just mention this movie. This is called Tape, and this is a new release. However, it's a remake of a 2001 movie directed by Richard Linklater. And I thought it was interesting, the fact that they went for a remake of this movie. And I've seen that original movie, actually. It's
Ethan Hawke in 2001, the original.
Yes. So Ethan Hawke, and it stars Sean Leonard, I think his name is, and Uma Thurman. Maybe a period when Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman, they were
together. Yeah.
They were together and everything. So that movie was based off of a play, and the setup is this. So two high school friends, they meet up. So they finish high school, they graduate from high school.
Is this the Korean one, by the way? Is this what I'm talking about? Or...
Yeah, I'm talking about the remake.
Is it Korean or is it?
It's Hong Kong.
Oh, Hong Kong. Okay.
Yeah, it's Hong Kong. It's actually produced by Richard Linklater, and it's actually written by the guy who wrote the original play. And so two friends, they're graduating from university, and we see them obviously on a beach somewhere, and they've got one of them's filming them and saying like, hey, I wonder what life's going to be like, and I wonder where we're going to be. Well, 15 years later they meet up, and the movie is filmed in one location, in this one room, in this apartment block. Apart from this beach scene and one end beach scene, it's all filmed in this one room, Devel. And so 15 years later, the two friends, they meet up again. The friend's name is Wing, and we've got John. And John is kind of like successful. He's like a film director. Works in the film industry. And the other guy is he's a drug dealer, and he's a lifeguard. And in the 15 years, we kind of learn a bit about what they've done and everything. And at first, you're thinking, right, okay, what's going on over here? These two friends, they're meeting up, and then we realize at the beginning of the movie, Wang, he's planted cameras all around the house.
Oh my gosh.
And we're like, oh, okay, this is a bit weird. Why is he planting cameras? Wang is trying to coax out some information from John about that night 15 years ago on the beach, which involved another one of their friends called Amy. Something bad happened on that night, and something bad happened to Amy. And the movie is about one of the two friends getting the confession out about what happened.
What, on tape?
On tape.
Who's in this film?
So we've got Adam Pak, Selena Lee, and we've got Kenny Kwan. These are all Hong Kong. These are all Hong Kong actors. And so it's interesting because obviously they've transported, that 2001 movie, they've
Mm,
turned it into Asian, an Asian version.
mm,
And I guess what they were basically trying to do is, sexism, the way females are treated in Asian culture is kind of obviously
mm,
different to what Western culture is. And this kind of shines a light on the mistreatment of women. And we were talking about in the previous kind of movie, Man with a White Van, about how women are kind of sexualized and about, how they're treated and, the violence against them. This
mm,
movie deals with that, certain things like that as well, because there's something that happens that happened on that night, and
mm.
this movie is kind of getting to the truth of that. Now, as the movie progresses, Amy turns up.
Okay.
So the person that they were talking about turns up, and Amy now is a lawyer. She works for the Justice Department,
Oof,
and
someone's in trouble.
someone is definitely going to be in trouble. But they flip the script. I'm not going to tell you what the script is and how they flip it, but there's this kind of back and forth. It's high stakes, high tension. It's all filmed. It's claustrophobic. It's all filmed in
Mm,
one room. The only thing that I would say is what's different from the original one is that one felt a bit more cinematic. This one does feel kind of TV movie-ish
okay.
because of obviously the one location, but the performances were great. It's in Cantonese with
Mm.
with English subtitles and everything. But I thought it was interesting. I thought it was interesting the fact that they were taking that first movie and they were kind of transporting it to kind of Asian culture. It was a UK production, so it was filmed in the UK, but
Oh,
the
okay.
actors are all speaking in
That's interesting.
Cantonese. Yeah.
Mm.
Um,
Mm. So this is highly rated from you, yeah? It sounds like
I
you
would
liked it.
listen. I wouldn't say it's highly rated. I still prefer the original.
Okay.
I just think they've done something interesting to it, especially. I think it's relevant to today's to 2025 with the
Okay.
way that
Yeah.
the Me Too movement, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
the way that we kind of, the perspective, how we how we think about females and how we kind
Mm.
of view them as well, and you know, also it looks at kind of one person's perspective, how you see something is going to be different to how I see
Wow.
something.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
So
Okay.
it's interesting. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Mm.
So that's called Tape, and it's releasing soon. If you can find it, hunt it down, get it on digital download,
Mm.
or watch it on streaming somewhere. Yeah, it's worth a watch. Yeah, so that's my take on
Mm.
that one. Now, Deval,
Okay.
do you want to do the hidden gem?
Yeah, I'll do it real quickly. So this one is called Parallel. When I say parallel to you, what comes to mind? What do you think of?
I just, something that is a copy.
Mm, spot on. So this one, so think of what we were speaking about when we talked about Peacemaker season
Mm,
2 and going to different dimensions. So parallel is about these four. They say they're students, but they're friends actually. Yeah, I think they've finished university. They're kind of a bit older, maybe 23 or something like that, and they live in the same house. They share the same house, and they stumble across in the house like a secret room
mm,
they didn't even realize was there. They see a secret room in a house, and in that room, uh, there's a mirror.
yeah.
In that mirror, somehow they stumble that someone sort of touches it, and a hand goes in the mirror.
Oh.
Hand goes in the mirror, and they realize through doing a few tests that when you go into this mirror, you're going into an alternate dimension, a multiverse, like an
Mm,
alternate universe, a copy of where you've just come from.
oh.
Yeah, exactly. But when you spend like a minute there, no, hold on, what is it? You spend, yeah, half an hour there
Oh.
is like a minute here.
Oh, I
Time
gotcha.
works differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but it's a copy basically. So
Mm.
they basically because they're trying to make it in life and stuff like that, they devise all these plans to go there and do stuff that's going to make them money. And
Oh.
they said they basically take advantage of the situation. So there's four of them, three guys, one girl, and they go to this thing. And when they go there, sometimes they see the copy of themselves. They can't interact with the copy of themselves.
That's mad. I love
Yeah,
that.
it's mad. Even before this film starts, you get a bit of a teaser at the start where you see this lady. You see a burglar go into a house and kill a lady,
Oh.
and then the burglar takes off the mask, and it's the same lady they just killed.
Oh.
So I think they've
So
because that person,
Looper kind of reminds me of Looper a
yeah,
little
so
bit.
that person, I think their husband in their universe died, so they went to the other universe and killed the copy of themselves, so they can then go with their husband. So in this, they're doing things not like that, but similar in that they're taking advantage of the knowledge that they have
Yeah,
in
yeah,
another
yeah.
universe where same thing Peacemaker done. Do you know what I mean? So
Wow.
they're
Yeah,
taking
yeah, yeah.
advantage like that, and they're seeing subtle changes that they can go and take advantage of. One of them's like
Mm.
artist, so she sees art and she somehow realizes what she can do in subtle
Mm.
changes to make art work in that multiverse, and she makes money from it.
Oh,
One
I
person
gotcha.
makes an app money. It's like they do certain things that they
Wicked.
realize are the gaps, and they make money. And they're copying from
Ah.
other universes. They're copying slight changes.
I want to watch this. I want to
It's a
watch
weird
it.
film. It's a weird film. It's a good film. It's an hour and a half. Doesn't take too long,
Mm.
and it's just about young people that will take advantage of a parallel universe, and they're in a group of four, and things are working really well for quite a long time, but
Yeah.
then one of them,
Something's gonna
yeah,
mess up.
greed and this and
Oh,
that
it reminds
fit.
me of. Do you remember that movie where the four? Remember the one where they can time travel? What was that one about those four students that could time travel?
I don't know.
Oh shit. Anyway, okay, yeah. So in this
Mm,
movie, then,
mm.
um, do they? So what they explain like how they get the technology, right?
No one knows where this mirror came from. They don't know
Oh,
where the mirror came from or how it actually works. They just know how to work it.
wow.
Yeah, it's mad. Like the mirror has to be tilted at a slight angle for you to go in. If you make the mirror straight, it's like a standing mirror. If you turn the mirror straight, it's a normal mirror. You can touch it.
Yeah.
You can touch it, but if you tilt it, it becomes dimensional. No one knows where it came from. It's just there.
Wow.
That's it. That's it. And you just got to deal with it and walk through it. And they go in and out. They're doing stuff. And when they're in the house, in that room, there's this thing where you can. It's weird. You can look in this little binoculars thing, and you
Yeah.
can turn it, and you can see every room of the house. Because remember, if
Oh.
they go through the mirror, they come out the other house in the mirror. So they need to know that their copy isn't walking around in the kitchen or walking around here because
Oh, right.
they can't
They can't
interact with them.
interact.
Yeah, so they have to sneak out and go into the world kind of thing. It's mad. It's
I love that
funny.
stuff.
It's funny, but it's also interesting as well.
Man, parallel.
It's
I'm
on
watching it.
Amazon. This is on Amazon, by the way. This came out in 2018, so it's been out for a while.
So
I just
this is a
randomly came across
hidden
it.
gem.
Hidden gem. Yeah, I was just flicking through Amazon, just thinking, what should I watch? What should I watch? And I came across this.
I
So
love that, Deval. You know when you just flick in and you don't watch it and
yeah,
you come across
yeah,
something and
yeah,
then you're just like, oh, okay, this is great.
exactly. Yeah.
All right, I'm watching that one because I love time. I love that weird shit.
Yeah.
All right, so Deval, so there you have it. That is
Mm,
the end of the show. Go check that movie out, Parallel. And remember, folks, if you do watch any of these movies, please do let us know. Tag us. Let us
mm,
know where you got it from, and we will hit you up and we can talk to you, and we can start something going. So Deval, we've got what's coming up,
mm.
man?
What's coming up next? The Smashing Machines in October here in the UK, so I'm not sure
Right.
anywhere else. Him is
Gosh.
coming out next week.
Yep.
That's that crazy film, the American kind of football one with Waynes. What's his
Yes,
name?
Damon Wayans, Marlon Wayans.
Marlon Waynes, yeah. That's coming out next week. Week after, we've got One Battle After Another. But yeah, we've got Steve, which is on Netflix, I think, which has got Cillian Murphy, I believe. That's the film he's
Okay.
in. So there's a
Yeah.
few films out. Maybe next week we might do a streaming film as well as maybe him, possibly. We'll see.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but yeah, there's
Yeah.
a few films coming out. October's going to have quite a lot of horror, so we're going to
Yeah,
gear
that'd
up
be good.
towards that as well.
Just before we move, just before we kind of end the show, on that Parallel, I was just having a look,
Mm.
right, and it stars Amar Lamine.
Yeah, UK
He's a
guy.
British
Yeah.
guy. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So it's interesting. But he plays an American, or are they
yeah.
Canadian? I don't know. One of them, but I
Okay.
can't tell. But yeah, so yeah, it's interesting. Watch it. Watch it. It's on
Interesting. All
Amazon,
right,
so you got it.
it's there, folks. Go check it out. All right, we'll see you on the next one.
All right. Till next time. Peace. out.